Epic Universe has been open for a full week, and we are here today to put the park to the test. And it's raining. We knew it would be really overwhelming, so we gave ourselves a little challenge to see if we could do the entire park in one day with no express pass. Our goal today is to hit up each land and do one ride and to have one magical experience. Can I say magical? And do one epic experience in each land. Let's go and see what we can do.
9:04, we just walked in, so we had a plan for today, but a lot of the rides are in weather delay currently.
We're gonna start in Dark Universe. We just checked, it has the least amount of weather delays. We might get lucky. The main entrance was, can't really even explain it. Pictures don't do it justice. Like, you have to see it in person. It's incredible. And even just like right now, walking through the lands to get to Dark Universe, this is insane. This is insane.
On our way to Dark Universe, we passed the entrance to Nintendo World, and even though we'd be coming back later, we had to stop and look at this.
Look at the Donkey Kong stained glass window.
Very classy.
Very classy.
Then we arrived at Dark Universe, and I don't know if it was the rain, but this portal was crazy.
You walk out and there's just all this steam right here. What do you think about this? This is crazy. This is way cooler than I thought it would be.
I'm in the wrong area with these ears.
But as we went to get in line for Monsters Unchained, we noticed some team members standing by the entrance.
Monsters Unchained is delayed for some reason and it's raining. So Curse of the Werewolf was down.
Where are we going first?
Where do we go right now?
While we tried to figure out our next move, we noticed this vibey looking store and decided to get out of the rain and check it out. I'm gonna be honest, the merch selection here blew us away.
This is a purse. The purse that looks like a book.
There were so many options, everything from really trendy looking t-shirts to super unique and creative classic monster inspired stuff.
We could be matching.
Okay, somehow we didn't buy anything in here, but we did decide that the next move was to head back to Celestial Park.
What? It's dry in here.
We're not gonna lie, even though a lot of the rides were closed, the park still looks incredible, even in the rain.
One of the only rides open is the carousel.
Very interesting looking carousel.
Yeah, it's kind of giving like swirling saucers.
And since there was no one in line here, we basically just walked right on.
I'm hot and sticky and wet.
Here we go. Woo.
Okay, that was actually really, really cute. And I think it's different every time because the ride before us, there was like that dubstep song. And we just went forwards and it was like a nice lullaby.
Since Celestial Park is considered a world between worlds, it doesn't have a ton of unique experiences. So we're gonna count the carousel as our experience here.
So where are we going next?
It's still raining, but we did see people on Stardust Racers. Oh, careful of all the water.
Maybe on a hot day, that would be nice.
We're gonna try and see if we can get on and see if they're actually running it or if it's still in a weather delay.
Even though it was still a little rainy out, there were people on Stardust Racers and there was only a 15-minute posted wait.
Jen, you ready to get wet on this?
No, but yes.
So because there was virtually no wait, we were able to basically just walk through the queue. And while the queue is really simple in its theming, it's built right next to the ride, so the whole time you're standing there, you're able to get a lot of really cool up-close views of the ride, which was also a little freaky, not gonna lie. Now, unfortunately, this is one of those rides where you have to go through metal detectors and leave your belongings in lockers, so we weren't able to get any footage on the ride.
All right, so what'd you think?
There's a very specific time of the day where I'm gonna be able to do that ride because it is so intense. It was now, before I eat anything. And also, if you're wondering why people like aren't screaming that much, that's not a good example. But once you're in line, like, you can't really hear people screaming, and it's because literally the breath is knocked out of you. But it was amazing, 5 out of 5. Also, finally stopped raining. Might be shaping up to be a good day. We're gonna head over to Super Nintendo World, which, as you can tell, I'm very excited about. It's raining again, but we have our power-up bands. Okay, we got our power-up bands. We went with Toad and Donkey Kong, but I'm not gonna lie, this will become an obsession for me. I'm pretty sure I will want to collect them all because they're all really cute, so that's a problem.
If you didn't already know, these power-up bands can be used to interact with tons of touch points around Nintendo World, but to set them up, you go to the Universal app and you scan in the QR code that's found on the back of the band, then create a profile which will track your progress as you collect more digital coins around the world.
It's a freaking map. I'm pretty sure this is a map of the interactive areas.
Give it a slap on the wrist.
See it in action? Holy shit, that hurt. Slap yours on?
Yeah, give me a slap. That wasn't that bad.
Oh.
Here we go.
Let's do this thing.
We made our way to the Super Nintendo World portal. It's a really unique lane because it's 2 floors. You actually have to take an escalator up to get in. And once you get to the top, you're greeted with probably the best view of the whole land.
Oh my God. I'm overstimulated.
It is a lot to take in at once. There is so much going on in this world. It's hard to know what to look at. The entrance to the Mario Kart ride is on the second story, and we thought about getting on, but it was a 75-minute wait, so we decided to wait until later in the day to see if the line would get any shorter. We took the stairs down to the first level and passed the entrance to Yoshi's Adventure. It's the only true kids ride in this world, and it was pretty much a 20-minute wait the entire day. But the real reason we came down here was to visit Donkey Kong Country. The theming over here is really cool and totally different from the rest of Nintendo World. We made our way over to the Minecart Madness ride, but when we got there was an 80-minute posted wait.
So we chickened out. 80 minutes. It's too long.
It's already like 11:15.
And since we couldn't do Minecart Madness, we decided to try out our new power-up bands.
Wait, there's one more.
Also, if you want to know more about this ridiculous looking drink I'm holding, be sure to check out our viral Foods at Epic Universe video.
How'd I do?
You did great.
Thank you. Look at this hat though. This is a sick flat brim.
You might have to add a layer to the challenge, and that is purchasing a merch item in every world.
Oh my goodness. Do we have enough hands for that? See it. This looks like a store you could do some damage in.
I was just gonna say, this is dangerous for me. Immediately, I need one of these keychains. Oh, you're joking. You're absolutely joking.
You think they have an XL? I'm not sure I could fit into these.
There's a Toadette, Benji. I think she wants to come home with us. What is that? Yeah, she does. What am I gonna say, no? There's a whole Toad section. God, it's Chef Toad.
Because of the restaurant.
There's a restaurant?
There's a Toad-themed restaurant called Toad something.
Toadstool Cafe. Wait, I'm obsessed.
So they have mystery pin collections like everywhere.
Yeah.
They're very basic looking.
Just
It's
the
just
characters.
Yoshi, it's just the characters.
Yeah. I didn't think they'd still have these because they opened a week ago, but they still have grand opening pins, so I picked up one of these too.
And since we didn't want to wait for Minecart Madness or Mario Kart, that left us with only one option for our ride.
It's 20 minutes, but we gotta do a ride here, so let's go.
So out of all the ride queues that we were in today, this one was definitely the most basic looking, which really says a lot about the queues because this one was still really cool.
That's so cool that they put like the interactive things in the queue too.
I like that it's like interactive everywhere.
I think this might actually be 20 minutes.
Oh, 100%.
Going up.
The bonus experience in every land are all the stairs.
Yoshi's Adventure turned out to be very slow moving and relaxing. You also get this great view of the entire world right from the ride. They also did have this interactive component where you hit these buttons when you see an egg of a corresponding color somewhere on the ride. Although I have to admit, we might be a little bit older than the target audience for this one.
That's all right.
I mean, to be fair, it's a children's ride.
If I was a child, I'd want a little bit more ride, huh? It was cute. It was cute.
Although we really enjoyed our time in Nintendo World, we had accomplished everything we set out to do here, and it was time to move on to our next world.
Super Nintendo World was absolutely insane. We're gonna head across the park to Isle of Berk.
It was a quick walk from Nintendo World to Isle of Berk, and having been to already 2 of the worlds so far, we're starting to notice a trend here, which is that when you walk around the end of the portal, you get the best view of the world.
This is pretty crazy. What do you think about the theming?
This is embarrassing, but I admittedly have never seen How to Train Your Dragon. If the movie is anything like this, oh my gosh, this is stunning. Look at that.
The ride we wanted to go on, Hiccup's Wing Gliders, had just come out of a weather delay, and when we got there, the posted wait time was just 10 minutes.
Oh wow, look at this theming.
The theming for this queue was really cool when you walk in. It was a little bit more sparse once you get into the actual queue, but there were some nice pieces that they scattered along the way. We really liked that in a lot of these outside queues, they've been strategically placing water fountains, but we will say there's not a whole lot of shade, and I think if you were gonna wait in this for a while, I think you get pretty hot. We really want to talk about the lockers for a second. We didn't get to do this on Stardust Racers because we were so caught off guard. It actually just takes a picture of your face, a locker door opens, and then when you get off the ride, you simply scan your face again, and somehow they've stored your facial data and they know which locker was yours. It makes it so easy.
Hot take. I think I liked that better than Stardust Racers. And now there's a merch store. Gift shop, whatever.
I feel like gift shop implies you're buying something for someone else.
True.
Merch store, let's buy ourselves some things. So what'd you get?
Okay, so on actual opening day, they did like a set of all the grand opening pins, but I'm gonna get them all today because how could I not?
We've done our rides, but what about interactive stuff?
Why don't we go and see if we can find some like biking things to do?
And we didn't have to go far. We turned around and Jenna saw this intriguing wheel.
I did that. I did that.
We found another wheelie. Okay, ready?
Oh yeah!
Strong.
Viking strong.
As we walked through the rest of the land, we saw tons of animatronics and even this interactive animatronic dragon. But if you thought we were going to make it through the day without a character interaction, you were mistaken.
Hello! Can I get a pic?
Fungus on your head.
I know. Like a fashion trend over there.
You know, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, that's where Barf and Belch pee. I'm just warning you, that's where the dragons pee.
I wouldn't have done that, but you
A lot of
know.
people do that. I try to warn them, but nobody listens to them.
Oh,
God.
you know, maybe people are into that. I don't know.
How was Berk?
I'm going home and I'm watching How to Train Your Dragon. Step 1. Step 2, I'm purchasing a second ticket to Epic Universe so I can experience this after having seen the movie. The TLDR, this is so much fun. Next up, we're gonna go to Dark Universe, which might give this one a run for its money.
Monsters Unchained has finally opened. It's been closed all day. What time is it?
1:45.
There's a 45-minute wait right now. We're gonna get in there and do that before the line gets too long. I think it was vibier when it was raining. What do you think?
It was, but it's still really cool. Oh my god, it's Igor.
The roaming characters in Dark Universe are some of the best in the entire park. They have everything from popular characters to just villagers that walk around and act really bizarre.
Spooky.
We made our way back over to Monsters Unchained, and there were a lot more people here than there were this morning. The wait had gone up to 50 minutes by the time we got there, which is actually pretty good for this ride.
Hello.
A really big favor.
Yeah.
Could you take this from me?
No. Yeah, sorry. Lay it on me.
He gave Jenna a ticket to give to the team member at the front of the line to track how long the wait actually was taking. And then we headed into Frankenstein's mansion. The queue is super long and was definitely built to hold a ton more people than just a 50-minute wait. So we were able to walk through what seemed like most of the queue. Once we got through the semi-outdoor area of the queue, you go into the mansion, and attention to detail in this part is unreal. And not only that, and we don't want to give away any spoilers, but the details in the queue directly tie in with the narrative of the ride. So when you're going through this queue, make sure you're paying attention. It will make the experience that much better, I promise.
What a fascinating experience. Here's a side effect of the intended result. I see. First step. First step. An extreme use of science. But I respect that.
Oh yeah, and then in the pre-show, there's one of the coolest animatronics you've ever seen. After the ride, we found the Dark Universe grand opening pin in the gift shop, or the merch store, which means we had 3 out of 4 of the pins, with only 1 remaining. Could we complete the set? As we walked back through Dark Universe, we noticed a crowd had formed around Igor, so we stopped to see some of the crazy interactions he had with people.
I think that counts as an experience. Let's go.
Dark Universe. It's incredible. The theming is amazing.
Monsters Unchained, the queue was incredible. Like, I'm actually glad we didn't do Express Pass today just so I can experience all of the queues. It's only 3:45, and so far we've done a ride and an experience in every land except for Ministry of Magic. It's our last one.
So it sounds like that's where we need to go next. We're about to go in the Ministry of Magic for the first time. Did we save the best for last?
I think so. I just love Harry Potter, so like obviously this is gonna be my favorite one. Let's go.
Already, I love it.
And it smells like cigarette smoke, just like Paris.
There are these vintage Parisian metro signs on the other side of the portal, but you walk around the corner and that's when you see it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
This is huge. This is like a whole city. And you can walk into like almost every shop on the street. Wow. And the attention to detail here is it's just crazy. I mean, what is this? Just a little shoe store? Sure.
There's multiple streets. We're just on the first street. There's like another street over there. I think it keeps going back. Honestly, we have so much to see. My feet hurt so bad.
After we picked our jaws up off the floor, we made our way to the Battle of the Ministry of Magic because it was only a 60-minute wait. Right in the entrance, you walk through the Metro Flu station, and then you actually go through a simulation of a flu, and on the other side, you're greeted with one of the craziest sights in the entire park, the Ministry of Magic.
Oh my God.
The attention to detail here is absolutely mind-blowing. You can tell us that we weren't really in the Ministry of Magic. It is perfection, and it's just the queue.
And you know what? It's air conditioned, so I've been seeing people talk about like, oh, the wait. I'm fine. I'm fine. There's air in here.
After we walked through room after room in this queue, what could have been a high-end Harry Potter museum, and of course some stairs, we finally arrived at our ride vehicle just 56 minutes after we entered the line. We're not going to spoil this ride for you. You really have to ride it yourself, but let's just say it's the kind of ride where everyone feels like they should applaud at the end. It's that good.
What do you think?
Crazy. I'm not gonna give anything away because I think that's the way to do that ride, is to like not know what to expect, but it was breathtaking.
The immersion was perfect. I feel like sometimes you see the edges, you see like the curtains or like a wire or something, nothing. It was perfect.
We ended up staying in the Ministry of Magic for a while longer. Not only can you stay in there for as long as you want, but you can actually go through a separate entrance just so you can see the inside of the Ministry of Magic. So good to know if you go on a day when there's a really long wait time. But it was time for us to go back through the Floo and re-enter Wizarding Paris.
Right into the gift shop. This might be a pin set I have to do.
What'd you get?
I have to get all the grand opening pins. Grand opening of the Ministry of Magic.
Now we have ride down, which means we just need to find the experience, and I think we can find one right there.
Time for an experience.
We headed to Epic's new wand shop, and it was super high-end in there.
Back in my day, this is not what shopping for a wand looked like. We just bought ourselves the Epic Universe exclusive Phoenix wand. It's a second generation wand. I don't know what that means.
The box is nice.
The box is so nice. Oh, she's folded in some ribbon.
Oh, let's see her, let's see her.
There's also a map.
It's got little circles on it that tell you where to go.
That's gonna be super helpful. I'm gonna keep this handy.
Let's take this baby for a spin.
Let's take it for a spin. Okay, conveniently, it looks like the first one is right outside of the wand shop.
Give it a go.
Give what a go.
Is it on the medallion thing? That gives you the...
Oh, Lumos Maxima.
Yeah, you see that shape?
Got
That's
it.
the shape
Okay,
you do.
here we go. Here we go. Ready? I'm a wizard.
That was a good warm-up. You ready for some more?
Warm up. Let's go. I'm ready for a Vada Kedavra.
Let me see the...
Let's go.
Whoa, hey, not here. We're going to our second one over here.
Okay, we're getting more complicated now.
Do that again, no way! Renervate!
I'm good at this magic stuff.
It's fixed! There's another one right here.
The Shendo.
I'm gonna see if I'm a wizard now. Ventus. Like shot a blast of steam at me. All right, so we got another one here. This one looks complicated. Revelio. 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 Am I doing something wrong? I should go back to Hogwarts. This is embarrassing. Hey, oh, look at that.
So a really nice couple helped me out while I was trying to cast my spells. And apparently, if you have a second gen wand, your box is uniquely tied to your wand. So you can scan this into the Universal Play app. And there's like a ton more spells you can cast. You can win house points. But how fun is that? So we're gonna go cast some more spells.
Hey.
Did you see what the end of my wand did? It lit up red.
I think the guy follows your wand. Look where his eyes are going. You know, we're talking about like all the little details in the park, but I think this has got to be my favorite one right here. This leaky barrel.
That's disgusting in the best way.
So Jenna, what do you think about the Ministry of Magic?
It's just so immersive. I love Paris, so it's cool that it's like Wizarding Paris. I for sure will just be like coming here and just like vibing. The Metro Flu.
Time to go.
I'm gonna take the Metro Flu. So we completed our challenge. What do you say we do a little celebratory game of Mario Kart?
So the craziest thing happened. Mario Kart was sitting at like a 70-minute wait the entire day, and for whatever reason, we checked the app just now, and it's down to a 20-minute wait. Really surprised about that. Not complaining at all. Let's go do it.
Even though there was a 20-minute posted wait, there was absolutely nobody in the queue, and we walked right through, put on some very stylish headgear, walked down some stairs, and got right on the ride.
How many?
Two,
Row one.
Row one, let's go.
We're going.
So we're off Mario Kart.
It was so trippy. It's cute. I'm glad that we did it. Super Nintendo World at night is insane. It's 9:15. We've officially been here over 12 hours. Kind of crazy to say, but we completed our own challenge. We were able to do a ride and an experience in every single world without Express Pass, which I think is kind of wild.
What an epic day. We'll definitely be back.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you're gonna like this one even more.